Ladies and or gentlemen, welcome back or welcome to the channel. My name is Zeno and this is my 2023 legacy.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
You got a lot to answer for!
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Be careful, clever one.
I'm not about to turn back just because of that. Because this is my life's work.
You're the only one who can go after her, you know.
Survival is a battle, and only the strong survive. Isn't that how it works?
I am going to crush these insects and revel in their anguish. We'll begin this prelude to Armageddon.
Not if I can help it. We've got the hopes of the entire universe riding on our shoulders.
There I find a city in flames. Streets choked with corpses. Unthinkable destruction. I witness senseless slaughter. Brother against brother. Pure hatred. And then, executions. Agony. Suffering surrounded me until my turn comes. They burn my eyes. Break my bones. I awaken in terror. There's no one left to stand against them.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage of today's games that we'll be talking about. I wanted to start off the channel with the games that I played in 2023, and this video specifically is going to target the demos that I played, which I know might sound like a little bit weird, but it actually ended up adding to many hours across the full year in my limited gaming time, and so I just really wanted to share my opinions nonetheless. The rest of the video will be a lot more casual though and laid back, as I'm still learning how to get back into editing, and I wanted to take advantage of the end of 2023 video wise and have a nice big discussion on some of the things that I've done all year. So the following video will focus on the games that I've completed, which will be a much larger video as the script is already telling me, and we have a lot of ground to catch up in 2023, so look forward to that, as that should be a ton of fun. But in no particular order, for 2023, in total, I played 7 demos. Star Ocean Second Story R, Octopath Traveler 2, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Final Fantasy Theatrhythm, a Final Bar Line. What a long and ridiculous name. and also Diablo 4. I nearly forgot Diablo 4. I also watched a live playthrough of Robocop Rogue City as well. So speaking of, let's actually just jump straight to Robocop, shall we? I watched a full playthrough of the demo live on Twitch through my favorite person, which is Maximilian Dude. So Robocop though, that was a surprisingly good, like it was a fun time. The type of good I'd call like it's a bad game that you'd love anyway, kind of good. Not that it's a bad game, but like I kind of hope you get what I mean. Like it's obviously not going to be like a AAA top tier game, but it's still pretty good even though it's kind of mid. The game was like a mini open world RPG set in Detroit. It had like all these RPG systems and dialogue trees. And it had like a Mass Effect Renegade Paragon system with the people that you talk to and the dialogue options, which is kind of weird because it's Robocop, but it was still kind of neat. You can give out parking tickets, you can arrest people, or you can just blow them away. The devs seem to really have portrayed a real love for the source material here. From some of the jokes, the areas, the characters you meet that make a return, the weapons, and just the kind of comedy that the game has. And to which, in this day and age though, that's going to go completely over people's heads if you have not seen the original Robocop before. I grew up with Robocop as a kid, and I remember actually having a Robocop figure. I remember having a little Robocop toy, but even then, Robocop still was before I was born regardless, even though I kind of half grew up with it. It was a little bit before my time. So I'm going to rewatch the movies again eventually because I want to buy and play this game myself because this demo was really fun. It convinced me I'd like to try this game. And it's clearly like a super AA budget style of game, but it's totally just seemed to pay off. Like it's definitely a game I'm going to play one day down the line when it's cheap or on a subscription service because shooting people in the dick never gets old. Roll the film. Next up is Final Fantasy Theatrhythm Final Bar Line. It's what a ridiculous name. I've got to really say that name slowly. Final Fantasy Theatrhythm Final Bar Line. This demo made me buy the game day one. Like this was just such a great time. I spent quite a few hours on this actually. I maxed out the demo as far as it would let me, the character levels, the song difficulties, with all the songs that were available. And it also lets you carry the progress over into the retail version, which is always a big plus for me. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy, especially its god tier music, I really think this is a must-play game. Even if you're not particularly good at rhythm games like me, I like some of them, but I'm just not particularly good at them. There's so many difficulties and things to help you play and make it easier to go through. So I also teared up a lot on some of the songs in the demo, let alone I'll get to when I get to the full version of the game in my other video, because like I cried a lot playing this game because it just brought back so much nostalgia and so many feelings. So I'll talk about it more again in my full playthrough list video, because I ended up spending like 70 plus hours on this game and platinumed it, but this was a great taste test of a demo. I highly recommend giving it a shot. Next up is Sea of Stars, one of my absolute most anticipated games of the year actually, which I then coincidentally never got around to playing on release, sadly, yet. One of my biggest misses of the year for sure. This demo was just peak. Like it was short enough to get through in like maybe 30 minutes to an hour from memory. It showed off exploration, it showed off combat and its gimmicks, some puzzles, the music, the comedy and writing. It got me so pumped for the final game. The combat was really fun, honestly, too. It had some really unique gimmicks to it instead of just like a very typical turn-based combat system. Sadly, it just released at an awful time for me because there was other games I was interested in around it. So I will 100% get to Sea of Stars in 2024. And it's actually still currently free on both Xbox Game Pass and PS Plus. So the game has literally been pulling at me to play it even now, months after release. I cannot wait to make time for this game. It's just a victim of the circumstance of when it came out. Octopath Traveler 2. Okay, so here's an interesting one. Never played the first. I don't know anything about the series or really the concept in general. I was interested, but like not totally sold because it's like kind of like Sea of Stars. It's another retro-inspired RPG made like the old days, but obviously like modernized and next gen, which we've been getting a lot of lately, which is a good thing, but like games need to do something different for me personally then to make me want to try them. But this game was getting so much high praise across the internet and so many high scores that I'm like, all right, there's a demo, let me give it a try. And my God, this demo, this is another peak demo, bro. Like I was completely sucked into this game almost instantly with its writing of the characters and its combat, the world, the graphics. Oh my God, it's beautiful. I ended up choosing the female thief lady assassin, whatever it is, because you can choose like a bunch of different characters to start the game with, and then you go collect and basically meet other characters on the map. I had so much fun. I really wanted to continue. So much so actually that I sat there literally straight for like 3+ hours until the demo forcibly ended because it's on a timer. And I went, oh no, oh fuck, I need to keep playing. I went straight online. I bought a physical copy from Amazon because for some reason it was already like 10% off on release date and it was cheaper than the digital version. So I'm like, cool, I get a physical and it's cheaper. That's awesome. And then it arrived and then I didn't play it. So, so once again, it's kind of like a victim of circumstance. It came out on a time that I was just too caught up on current playthroughs of things. And I knew that this game was a 50 to 100 hour massive completion of an RPG that I couldn't just start it willy-nilly. I had to kind of finish what else I was doing first. And this was in February. And February was pretty damn stacked. So it was a very busy gaming month. So I truly want to get to Octopath Traveler 2 this year. I just don't know when I can slot it in. But hey, look, I've got a physical version, which is kind of neat, and I've at the bare minimum showed my support for the game day one physical. So hopefully that counts for something, right? Star Ocean second story art. Okay, now I want to say I'm a fairly big Star Ocean fan, but when I actually looked back at all the recent Star Oceans when making this video, I have no interest in the newest one, Star Ocean The Divine Force, which came out in 2022, because I played the demo of that game, and it just had too many issues, including like very minor quality of life things like text size not being changeable. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't play Integrity and Faithfulness, although I did buy that day one. And actually, I think I bought the collector's edition of that. I don't know. I moved house recently and I can't find anything. So I know I've got it. I just don't know if it's a collector's edition. I'm pretty sure it is. But I never played that either. So, back in what? The one before that was 2009, The Last Hope, Star Ocean The Last Hope. I did buy that day one as well, and another collector's edition. And I didn't finish that, though I at least played that one. So you're starting to see a trend where I like to buy things and not play them. Raimi is best girl, by the way. But I will go back and play the remaster of Last Hope that I bought on PSN at some stage or another. But back onto Second Story. I played the version on PSP, or same as Star Ocean 1, actually. But that was like 2008. I was kind of young, and I played very small amounts. I remembered nothing. But this demo, wow, like this is how you do a retro-inspired RPG remake. Like Sea of Stars, like Octopath Traveler 2. This year was just, even though I haven't played any of them, I know that these are banger RPGs, and it's just so cool to see this resurgence. So, but this demo was fantastic. Like the writing was good. The graphics are incredible. The graphics, oh my God, it's like this beautiful crossover between 2D and 3D, like the models and the backdrops. It's really cool. It's just absolute peak. There's great combat, there's world exploration, awesome music. I absolutely want to play this game very badly at some stage in 2024. I cannot wait to eventually get to it, and the demo just completely sold me on this. Next up, Diablo 4. Okay, so this was admittedly not a demo, it was an open beta, but it's the same thing, who cares? I've only actually ever played Diablo 3, and that was the Reaper of Souls version on the Xbox 360, and that was a lot of fun. Like, I played the fair majority of that game in co-op as well. I got the full 1000G achievements back in like, oh god, looking it up now, it's March 22nd, 2015. I played all the characters to max level. I loved it. I had a great time with Diablo 3. So Diablo 4, I was like, okay, maybe one day I'll give it a shot, but I wasn't really hankering for more Diablo. So again, it's one of those games where I don't have the nostalgia for it that other people have. So this game had a lot of open betas, and I think it also had some paid betas for pre-orders as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I downloaded the beta on PS5 on one of the weekends that it was available, and I said, stuff it, give it a shot. I had some spare time, and that quick shot turned into like 6 goddamn hours. 6 like straight hours of Diablo 4. I was blown away. I was running around, changing up my builds, I was looting, exploring, I was questing, I was killing things. You know, like despite any of the discourse that Diablo 4 might have today with its retail released version, with its season pass model, as of present, the microtransactions, endgame content, whatever. I can confidently say though, like the beta at the time, it was engrossing, it was addictive, it was very enjoyable, it left a super positive impression on me. I remember trying out the Mage Sorcerer magic class, whatever that is. I don't usually do magic and sorcerers, but I thought I wanted to be different instead of just like hitting things with a sword for a change, and I had a lot of fun. I didn't really settle on a class or a build with the style of magic that I had access to after like 5-6 hours. And honestly, if I had known the save file carried across to the retail version, I probably would have kept playing over the weekend, but unfortunately it didn't. They erased your progress, so I decided to stop playing. I didn't want to repeat all that progress eventually when I played it. So Diablo 4 absolutely moved up to my want to play list for 2023. Did I get around to playing it? No, of course I didn't. You can see the running trend here, which I mentioned earlier. But I will, I swear, I will when it's on sale one day. Or better yet, when it's ever free on Game Pass, because Microsoft has now acquired Activision Blizzard. So that's a definite possibility that I'm 100% looking forward to. All right, final demo game in the game, which honestly just takes the cake, or takes, should I say, takes the puppet. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but it fits the narrative. Whatever, I don't care. It's Lies of P. Okay, I played the demo on PS5 myself. I also did watch a full playthrough of the demo live on Twitch with Maximilian, and a full playthrough of the game live on Twitch with Maximilian. So I'll get to the full game later on in my actual full game video, but like even just for now, Lies of P, even just the demo, it was insanely good. Like it was a really chunky demo. It was several hours long. The start of the game as well, like the first major boss, the first, like the hub area, the game had a really strong, super solid opening as well with that step out moment into Krat. Oh, so good. I will give this game my personal hands-on at some stage next year, because I badly want to play it for myself, like the full game. But I'll get into my thoughts on watching a full playthrough in my next video, like I said. But it was a solid demo. So if you're into Souls games, it's an absolute must try. It's also free on Game Pass, I think, at the moment. So heck, another game that just try the full game if you like, for free on Game Pass. It's kind of a shame though, because I really would have liked to stream this game eventually when I get around to it, but unfortunately I can't with my current living conditions, so that kind of really sucks. But it's a perfect streaming game, very fun demo. And there you have it. I know that might be a little weird to dedicate like a full long video to like demos of all things that I played, but I played quite a few, and I just really wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on them. It also helps me figure out my editing style of videos and practice, which doesn't hurt either for like, you know, voice recording and editing footage together and all that stuff as well. It's just more practice, so it helps. So the next video should be up around about the same time or within a day or so. That'll be every game that I fully completed, either myself or through live playthroughs. There's like 14 plus games as of counting. I'm pretty sure it's actually a lot more. I might have to split that video into 2. I am not sure. I'll figure it out later. You'll know before I know, because the video will be live. So we'll see. But anyway, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for getting to know my 2023 in gaming just a little bit better, especially from the demo side. And look forward to the big video next, which is going to be, you know, all my playthroughs for 2023. And let me know how your 2023 in gaming went. Thanks for giving the channel a chance, the video a watch, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So have a fan-freaking-tastic rest of the day, and as always, my name is Zeno, and you guys take care now.